QuickBook Voice presents The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Introduction. Power is a game of strategy, not morality. The world is not ruled by virtue, but by maneuver. Power is a social game. Those who understand it move ahead. Those who don't are crushed beneath it. You are either the player or the pawn. There is no middle ground. These 48 laws are drawn from the ruthless brilliance of history's most calculating minds, Machiavelli, Sun Tzu, Bismarck, and the cold cunning of courtiers, seducers, and spies who understood one thing: power obeys no rules but its own. Let others preach honesty and fairness. You will study human nature. Where they see chaos, you will see opportunity. Where they seek approval, you will command obedience. QuickBook Voice brings you not just a summary, but a weapon. This is not moral guidance. This is the art of domination. Learn the laws, master the game, or be mastered by it. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel superior. If you make them feel smarter or more capable, you will rise with them. But if you outshine them, you threaten their ego. They will destroy you to reassert their dominance. Example: Nicolas Fouquet, the finance minister of Louis XIV, built a magnificent palace to impress the king. The king saw it as a challenge to his own grandeur and had him imprisoned for life. Never outshine the master. Memorize it, live it, or be forgotten. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends are driven by emotions. Jealousy and envy can undermine you. But enemies, they are more reliable. They have something to prove and often work harder to earn your favor than a friend would. Example: the Roman general Scipio used his old enemy Hannibal's tactics to defeat him, turning a bitter rival into an ally in his strategies. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Let the game play out, and you'll find your true allies. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. If others know what you want, they will try to stop you. Keep your true goals hidden, and they won't see your next move coming. Example: Napoleon frequently masked his movements during battle, striking when and where his enemies least expected it. Conceal your intentions. The less they know, the more powerful you become. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. The more you speak, the more you reveal. When you speak less, you create an aura of mystery. Let silence work for you. Example: Mao Zedong spoke very little in public, and when he did, it was always with purpose. His silence amplified his words. Always say less than necessary. Your silence will speak volumes. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation is the foundation of your power. Once it is tarnished, all is lost. Protect it with everything you have. Example: the samurai warrior Miyamoto Musashi was undefeated, and his reputation alone ensured no one dared challenge him. Guard your reputation with your life. A strong reputation is your most dangerous weapon. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Visibility equals power. To be unnoticed is to be forgotten. Create drama, stir the pot, keep the spotlight on you at all times. Example: P.T. Barnum used outrageous spectacles to ensure his name stayed in the public eye. He became synonymous with attention. Court attention at all costs. The world revolves around those who are seen. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Never do anything yourself if you can get others to do it for you. Let them sweat for your gain while you take the glory. Example: Edison, while famous for the light bulb, relied on his team's brilliance to bring it to life. He took all the credit. Get others to do the work for you. Let others serve you while you stay on top. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Make others chase you, not the other way around. The power is in your hands when they're the ones making the effort. Example: Cleopatra used her charm and beauty as bait to pull in powerful men, manipulating her way into political control. Make others come to you. The pursuit is theirs. The control is yours. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Words breed resistance. Actions breed respect. Rather than argue, show your power through deeds. Example: Julius Caesar's military campaigns proved his worth, even as his critics called him a tyrant. His actions spoke louder than any word. Win through your actions. Let your results speak for you. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Misery is contagious. The unlucky drag you down. Distance yourself from the negative and surround yourself with those who inspire greatness. Example: Louis XVI's poor judgment in surrounding himself with sycophants and pessimists helped lead to his downfall during the French Revolution. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Their negativity will drag you under. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. The more reliant people are on you, the greater your power. Create a need and fulfill it, and they will be forced to stay loyal. Example: the Rothschild family became indispensable to European powers by controlling the financial systems of several nations, ensuring their continued influence. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Create a need and watch your influence grow. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A single act of honesty or generosity can mask a multitude of sins and disarm even the most suspicious. Use it sparingly, but with precision. Example: in 1879, the great con artist Charles Ponzi used generosity to gain the trust of his victims before betraying them. Use selective honesty and generosity. A gift, well-timed, can be your most effective weapon. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. If you want something from others, never appeal to their moral sense. Instead, frame it in terms of how it benefits them. Example: when Caesar wanted the support of the people, he promised them land and wealth, playing into their self-interest. When asking for help, appeal to self-interest. Make it about them, and you will never be denied. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. You can gain valuable information by posing as a friend and observing others' weaknesses. Information is power. Example: the famous general Tamerlane used his spies to stay one step ahead of his enemies, allowing him to conquer with minimal effort. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. The quiet observer sees all. Law 15. Crush your enemy. Totally never leave your enemy the chance to recover. Destroy them completely and eliminate any threat. Example: when Alexander the Great defeated Darius III, he made sure there were no survivors to rise up again. Crush your enemy totally. Leave no room for a comeback. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much presence diminishes value. Withdraw occasionally to make others appreciate you more. Example: the philosopher Socrates often withdrew from society, enhancing his mystique and respect whenever he returned. Use absence to increase respect. The rare are always more valuable. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. When people can't predict your next move, they are forced to stay on edge, allowing you to control the situation. Example: Genghis Khan used terror and surprise attacks, creating an unpredictable aura that kept his enemies paralyzed with fear. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Instill terror and control them completely. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Isolating yourself from the world only invites vulnerability. Stay connected and make yourself part of the flow of power. Example: Louis XIV built Versailles to isolate his nobles, but this move made him more vulnerable to dissent. Eventually, the royal court's discontent led to his downfall. Do not isolate yourself. You're only as strong as the world you're part of. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Every person has a different level of power and tolerance. Study them closely and avoid provoking the wrong individual. Example: the Duke of Wellington knew that insulting Napoleon's ego would lead to disastrous consequences, so he never directly attacked him. Know who you're dealing with. Choose your battles wisely. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Commitment limits your freedom. Never be beholden to anyone. Instead, remain flexible and use others to further your own interests. Example: the Medici family, powerful in Renaissance Italy, never committed fully to any political faction, always playing one side against the other to secure their position. Do not commit to anyone. The power lies in remaining free. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Make others feel smarter or more powerful by pretending to be ignorant. They will let down their guard, allowing you to take advantage. Example: in his early years, Henry Kissinger feigned a lack of intelligence to gain trust, only to later manipulate world leaders for his advantage. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Pretend to be weak to make them feel stronger. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. By surrendering at the right moment, you can make others underestimate you and then seize control when they least expect it. Example: when Richard Nixon lost the 1960 election to JFK, he took time away from the spotlight, only to return as a more formidable candidate in 1968. Use the surrender tactic. Sometimes, retreat is the best way forward. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Focus all your energy and resources on a single point. Disperse nothing. Make sure your force is concentrated and unstoppable. Example: the Mongol horde, led by Genghis Khan, focused its forces on key targets, annihilating enemies with swift and overwhelming strength. Concentrate your forces. Power is a laser, not a shotgun. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier master, the art of flattery, grace, and charm. Adapt to every situation, and you'll win the favor of those in power. Example: Queen Elizabeth I of England was known for her courtier skills, maintaining the loyalty of her courtiers through subtle manipulation and charm. Play the perfect courtier. A courtier masters the art of influence. Law 25. Recreate yourself. You are the master of your own identity. Don't allow others to define you. Create the image you want to project. Example: Coco Chanel revolutionized the fashion industry by reinventing herself and creating an identity around her brand that symbolized elegance and simplicity. Recreate yourself. You control your image, and your image controls your power. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Never get directly involved in dirty work. Let others do the dirty work and stay pristine. Example: in the Roman Empire, Emperor Augustus managed to maintain an image of incorruptibility while secretly employing ruthless tactics to eliminate rivals. Keep your hands clean. Your hands should always remain spotless. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People crave faith, and you can manipulate their need for belief to create a loyal following. Example: Jim Jones of the People's Temple used his charisma and promises of salvation to create a following, eventually leading to the tragic Jonestown Massacre. Play on people's need to believe. Create a cause, and they will follow you blindly. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. If you're unsure, don't act, but once you decide, move with boldness. People respect confidence and decisiveness. Example: Alexander the Great never hesitated. When he attacked, it was with full force, winning every battle through sheer will and audacity. Enter action with boldness. The bold always dominate the field. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Do not stop once you start. Always plan every detail to ensure the outcome you desire. Example: in World War II, Dwight D. Eisenhower planned every step of the D-Day invasion to guarantee its success. Plan all the way to the end. Victory is in the preparation. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. The less effort you show, the more impressive your success will seem. Conceal your hard work and make it look easy. Example: Michelangelo made carving marble statues appear effortless, though it took him years of meticulous effort to achieve such perfection. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Mastery lies in making it look simple. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards. You deal. Make others believe they have choices, but ensure that the options you present are the ones you want them to choose. Example: Henry Kissinger used diplomacy to control the options in the Cold War, presenting limited choices that always led to the outcome he desired. Control the options. Give them choices, but make sure they're your choices. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. People's emotions are more powerful than their reason. Tap into their fantasies to control their actions. Example: the Hollywood film industry plays on the fantasies of romance, adventure, and escape, creating massive audiences through emotional appeal. Play to people's fantasies. Give them the dreams they crave, and they'll follow you forever. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness. Discover it, and you can manipulate them. Know their desires, fears, and secrets. Example: when Napoleon needed to gain the loyalty of his soldiers, he knew that their fear of failure could be used to keep them in line. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Find their weakness, and you can control them. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself determines how others treat you. Command respect by behaving as though you are already in power. Example: Louis XIV of France lived lavishly and made the world treat him as a king before he even held the throne. Be royal in your own fashion. Walk with the power you wish to wield. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Timing is everything. Recognize the right moment to strike and the right time to remain silent. Example: Abraham Lincoln's decision to deliver the Gettysburg Address at the right moment became one of the most iconic speeches in history. Master the art of timing. The perfect moment is the secret to success. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Don't waste time yearning for things you can't have. Disdain them, and others will see you as stronger for not being affected by them. Example: Cleopatra understood the importance of turning her defeats into victories by ignoring what she couldn't control. Disdain things you cannot have. Make them irrelevant, and they lose their power over you. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. People are drawn to drama and spectacle. Use this to captivate and control attention. Example: the gladiatorial games of ancient Rome were not just battles. They were theatrical events that captivated audiences and manipulated their emotions. Create compelling spectacles. Make your presence unforgettable. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. You don't have to conform to others' beliefs, but you must act in a way that makes you blend in. Example: the legendary strategist Sun Tzu taught that the wise commander must adapt to the environment, blending into it while keeping his true thoughts hidden. Think as you like, but behave like others. Blend in, then stand out when the time comes. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Chaos can be used to your advantage. Create confusion to disorient your enemies and make them act irrationally. Example: Machiavelli understood that in the midst of chaos, one could rise above others by presenting themselves as the answer to the crisis. Stir up waters to catch fish, create turmoil, and those who are chaotic will reveal themselves. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. What is offered for free is often dangerous and unreliable. Be wary of those who offer something for nothing. Example: the Trojan horse seemed like a gift, but it was a trap. Always be wary of free gifts, for they may come at a hidden cost. Despise the free lunch. If it's free, there's always a price. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Always carve out your own identity. Trying to follow in someone's footsteps will only lead to comparisons and disappointment. Example: when Napoleon Bonaparte tried to follow in the footsteps of Julius Caesar, he failed to match his legacy. Instead, he created his own. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Create your own legacy. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. If you want to weaken a group, remove its leader. Without their guidance, the group will fall apart. Example: in battle, removing a leader like the head of a snake guarantees the destruction of the rest of the body. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Remove the source of power and the rest will crumble. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. To control others, you must control their emotions. Win their hearts and their loyalty will follow. Example: Queen Elizabeth I of England won the hearts of her people, making them fiercely loyal to her reign. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Winning hearts is the first step to control. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Mirror your opponent's actions to confuse and disarm them. Use their own tactics against them. Example: in a diplomatic confrontation, one leader may mirror the actions of the other, confusing them and rendering their strategy ineffective. Disarm with the mirror effect. Turn their strengths into weaknesses. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform. Too much at once. People are resistant to change. Introduce it gradually, and you will maintain their support. Example: Martin Luther King Jr. preached change, but understood the need for incremental progress to ensure widespread support. Preach change, but not too much. Revolution is best when it's gradual. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection breeds envy and resentment. Show your flaws so others can feel superior to you. Example: the great Napoleon Bonaparte displayed enough human flaws to avoid alienating his allies and maintaining their loyalty. Never appear too perfect. Flaws make you human and relatable. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Know when to stop, even if you are successful. Too much ambition can backfire and lead to your downfall. Example: after defeating his enemies, Napoleon could have stopped, but his relentless pursuit of further power ultimately led to his downfall. Know when to stop. The greatest victories are those that end before overreach. Law 48. Assume formlessness. By being adaptable, you prevent others from predicting your moves. Your power lies in your ability to shift shape. Example: Bruce Lee's philosophy of being like water shows how fluidity and adaptability can make you unstoppable in combat and life. Assume formlessness. Be like water, shape-shifting and unstoppable. Conclusion: the final word on power. The game of power is a dangerous one. If you follow these 48 laws, you will understand the strategies that control the world. You will know how to make others dance to your tune, how to stay one step ahead, and how to wield power with ruthless precision. But be warned, power can corrupt, and its pursuit can leave you isolated, alone, and even despised. Those who seek power must be willing to pay the price. You can master the game, but you must be prepared to lose your humanity along the way. Power does not forgive those who falter, nor does it have mercy on those who fail to master its rules. Learn them, master them, and remember, you are either the player or the pawn. The choice is yours. This was QuickBook Voice, distilling the ruthless wisdom of the 48 laws of power into pure strategy for your rise. If these insights moved you, claim your edge. Like, subscribe, and strike the bell icon. More power awaits.